Welcome to another episode, another podcast episode of Car Biz in the Raw. I'm the host, Brian Maxwell, bringing you all the ins and outs on how you can succeed, prosper, and really make some money in this industry. And I got a request on YouTube by one of the subscribers by the name of Smooth, and I apologize for not having the extra parts to the name, but the request was for me to talk about how to deal with the politics at your dealership. And let me be real with you. Every dealership across the country, whether they want to admit it or not, has them. And just like any business, there's politics. But when we say politics, it is politicking, you know, where some people know others a little bit better than some. But a lot of times it comes down to a misunderstanding, typically by people who are new to that environment. Now, let me hip you to something. If you're new at a dealership, okay, you got a bright smile, you're excited, you're ready to go, you want to be a member of the team. But it seems like everybody's kind of giving you that cold shoulder and they're kind of standoffish. Don't panic. Let me explain why that's happening. You see, the men and women that are working at that dealership and been working at that dealership have been providing for their families, for their households, putting kids through college, paying mortgages, doing a lot of things. They take it very serious. And a lot of new folks, unfortunately, are just looking for a paycheck. Everybody doesn't see the opportunity to where without a college degree, you can honestly make $70, $80, $90, $100,000+ a year from this business. Many times they got fired someplace else. They just looking for a job and the dealership hire them. And the folks inside of that store know that. They've seen them come and go. So they're standoffish until they realize that you embrace it and take it serious as they do. Because you're a threat to them. Because every customer that you interact with, that you blow off the lot, call them lot lizards, where you're a new person, they're excited, they're running up and just blowing people out. Well, the seasoned person that's also capable of getting out there in front of people, but are maybe making calls and doing other things, they're upset because those are opportunities that they may have been able to have and capitalized on. And you may say, well, if they wanted them, why didn't they run out there and get them? Well, the professional, the seasoned vet that's been there, that takes it serious, that's really making money, understands that everything has its time and its place. And if you're spending all your time just standing out there on the lot waiting on up, guess what? You're missing the boat. Because there's a lot of opportunity through phone. Really, giving good phone helps you out a lot. And folks are afraid of the phone. And I'm going to do a video, we're going to do a podcast on that soon, where I'm going to break down how to overcome that fear of the phone and actually be successful on it. But folks avoid the phone like the plague. They don't want to use the email. And the funny thing is, I'll see people on social media, on their phone at dealerships, right? There are people there that are on their phone, on social media, Instagram and everything. But if you check their pages, there is absolutely no videos of them showing a different vehicle, no pictures of their customers, none of that. You don't see any of it. Okay. And that's just a crying shame. So just give it some time. When you get in, the best thing for you to do is to be yourself. Don't try to be anything that you're not, and learn. Become a sponge. You know, take the keys, play with the vehicle, show them that you are in it to win it. And I assure you, they'll open up to you. And it's always better when people open up, because you're a lot more comfortable where, let's just say you're off for a day and somebody else got to help your guest. If you're looking for some help, people are a lot more willing. You know, there's a lot of benefits to that. So that's part one. If you're just coming in, it's not that they don't like you. It's that they want to make sure that they can trust you, okay? Now, number two, let's just say you're in there now, okay? And they do trust you. And, you know, you want to get the opportunities that you see the more experienced person get. There's a 20-car a month producer, and they seem to get all of the leads. They seem to get all of the laydowns. They seem like the management just loves them and let them do what they want to do, but they're always on your ass. Well, at the end of the day, me being a business owner, let me explain something to you, because I come from that world, working and selling millions of dollars worth of product in dealerships, and now training salespeople across the country, and a lot of people around the world that watch the videos, download the training programs and whatnot, which is this. At the end of the day, what it is all about is everybody working as a team for one common goal. And that one common goal is to help you, help people, which in turn helps yourself make money. That's it. So when you see that experienced person that's getting those, it's not because they're kissing ass or just going out to drink with the manager. In some cases, you know, that may be the truth. But smart money says that the reason why they get those opportunities because they want to capitalize and they want to give it to the person that has the highest probability of success. Doesn't mean they don't like you. Doesn't even mean they don't trust you. But if you're a gambling person, are you going to take the odds that they have the greatest reward but have the lowest probability of winning? Or are you going to take the one where, you have a higher probability of winning and it may not be as large, on the smaller percentage, but the probability of victory and generating some revenue is there. You're going to go with that. Smart business always go with that. Okay, so that's all it is. And all you have to do to become that person that gets those what you perceive as laydowns, which a lot of times, in most cases, they're not. They are actual customers, and they seem like a laydown because this experienced, seasoned person, this skilled person knows the right things to ask, knows the right steps to take in the process to move them to the next step, to make it easier for them to make that smart, safe buying decision and do business at that store. So if you want to move into that group that gets those, special attention like many people think, you have to prove it. You have to show it. And that's just being consistent. You may not be the 20 car a month person, but if you're that 12 to 15 person consistently, because anybody can have one good month and then suck for two and go back up. And all that boils down is to process. But if you want to be that person, just be consistent. If you're consistent and they see, okay, they may not be at the top of the board. They're never at the low part. They're not even in the middle. They're always hovering somewhere between, somewhere maybe 3, 4, or 5 spots out of top place. You're fine. And you'll get that trust. But you have to show them that you earned it, okay? And then when it comes to management, the general manager is the last person in the store, really, you should be running to with problems. Now, I know a lot of GMs have an open door policy and they're willing to help. But you have a sales manager and a general sales manager that are there for a reason. Okay. Now, you may think that, man, I can't go to them and ask a question. They don't help me. And that may be true. But what I found is in a lot of cases is that when they give answers and give information, the sales rep isn't writing it down, isn't recording it. And so it may be retained for that moment. But guess what? After they go home, eat dinner, kiss and hug the wife or the husband, play with the kids, come back in the next day, 75% of it is gone. As a matter of fact, Ebbinghaus did a study that says we forget 75% of what we hear within 24 hours. So when you're going and you're getting help from a vet, if you're getting help from a manager, write it down. Ask them, can you record it so you can retain it and listen to it? And I assure you, the less times that you have to go to your managers with problems because you're becoming that person that can handle the small fires and you only need to get them involved on a roaring blaze, they'll love you. You know why? Because they're desking deals. They're submitting other people's stuff. They're helping others make money. And guess what? One day it's going to be your deal that they're working. And there's going to be somebody else that needs that help, but they've been told it 10 or 15 times. And you too would be agitated by that. Everybody's there to earn, but also should be there to learn. So realize the management doesn't dislike you. They just want to make sure that if they're taking the time to help you, that you're retaining it. At the end of the day, if you want to be successful at your dealership, number one, stay humble. When you have a great month, stay humble. Because guess what? Just as easy as you had that great one, you can have a down one. And people will be waiting on you to bust. Always stay even keel. Celebrate yourself. And never be afraid to congratulate yourself. And you can do that in front of everybody, but there's a way to do it without trying to make other people feel bad. Okay? Be social. You don't have to hang out and go drink with them, but make sure you acknowledge, speak to people, especially your service advisors, your technicians in the back. Most salespeople never even go speak to the techs in the back. Okay? Make sure you speak to those accounts, the ladies that handle your money. Just saying good morning with a smile on your face really makes people feel a lot warmer to you. Okay? And most importantly, don't quit. Everybody at one point struggled, and you'll get over it, I assure you. All right. And one thing I advise you to do, if you want to step into that realm of the $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a month, you have to know what to do. Good salespeople practice what to say, while the great ones practice what to ask. So instead of just trying to hem and hum and figure it out, let somebody that's helped thousands of people produce hundreds of millions of dollars in product sales help you. There's a free audio that I have that show you how you can make a powerful impression even during the pandemic. It's totally free. Click the link. Download it. You can listen to it on your phone, listen to the Bluetooth on the way home or to the dealership. It's yours. It's totally free. It's my gift to you. It just makes sense to do it. So click the link and do it. And watch, it'll blow your mind. And be on the lookout. I'm coming back with another podcast episode where I'll go more in depth. I'm Brian Maxwell.